I welcome the Government's announcement of the Town of Culture for 2028. The very nature of a community is defined by three things: its landscape and architecture, its hospitality and retail sector, but mostly by its culture. Dorset is the home of the Jurassic Coast, but also some incredible culture, from the literature of Thomas Hardy and Enid Blyton, to the Arts by the Sea Festival in Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole, and the Inside Out Festival, which pops out up through the smaller towns and villages, and not to mention the Purbeck Film Festival, the oldest rural film festival in the UK, so lovingly curated by the volunteers. But I do agree with the Honourable Member who talked about the future as well as the past, and I celebrate both. The three towns of Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole, who are looking to bid together, offer a great story of togetherness. Christchurch has a history dating back to 650 AD, with its younger sibling Poole receiving the first of its two charters in 1248, with fantastic links to Canada and fishing. But it also draws on its local culture, with a Folk on the Quay festival, the smaller sibling to the annual Wimborne Folk Festival. But the harbour is also a setting for the amazing Poole Harbour Festival, which I'm excited to confirm this year is being headlined by the Kaiser Chiefs, and will also feature my favourite band, Scouting for Girls, and many homegrown talents like Chris Payne, the Wonky Donkeys and the Mother Euchres. Our incredible landscape also inspires visual arts. Our Lord Lieutenant even has an inspiring artist-in-residence, the lovely Dave Roberts, who pens everything that he does throughout the town, around all our towns. But people often bemoan that our town centres have become identikit, and as we move to an online shopping space, made far more difficult by the high cost of trading, our towns and cities will become more defined by what you can do and experience by what you can buy. And that is why it is so important that councils continue to fund culture so that they don't become something only the wealthy can afford.
Does the Honourable Member give way?
Of course.
Does the Honourable Member agree that actually economic regeneration through the arts and culture is a powerful way of showing the link between the past and the future and our national story? And if so, would she agree that Folkestone is a prime example of this, having been a port where our troops went to the front line in World War I to being a commercial port, and now regenerated through the arts, and now we're the best place to live in the southeast of England?
Well, I thank my honourable friend for raising that, but talking about somewhere that has this incredible historic port, Poole Harbour was the place where a lot of the D-Day landings were trained from, and we now have the incredible Lighthouse cultural venue in Poole, which actually mapped the history of the town through to its future, through its links to Canada, through an incredible community play that was done by residents of the town that showed how the town grew up. But the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra, based in Poole, could not open up without the help of public funding to the National Theatre Schools programme. It couldn't send musicians into hospices, and it wouldn't be able to run its annual schools concert, which this year is based on the Elements, and also visiting Exeter and Portsmouth without that local funding. It is absolutely crucial that we maintain that, so that our community centres, which are where our drafty community centres, where our grassroots groups meet to create the next generation of actors, musicians, authors and artists, they simply won't exist if we don't maintain funding for culture. I'm really pleased that the Minister is going to be confirming that the Town of Culture competition will come with £60,000 of funding, because what I found when I was looking at City of Culture previously was it can be incredibly expensive to enter these competitions. You don't get through to the final thing, and you end up then having to cut the very services that you were trying to develop through these programmes. So I think it's a great decision to make sure that those shortlisted places do get a bite of the cherry. I know that Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole will submit their own very vibrant and energising application, which will deserve support, but I must mention those smaller groups too. It's not just the UK Town of Culture, but Dorset has its own Town of Culture competition, and I'm thrilled that this year in Dorset, the town of Wimborne, which is the heart of my beautiful constituency, has been announced as the Town of Culture 2026, with its incredible Museum of East Dorset, complete with a mummified cat, a chained library in Wimborne Minster, the Tivoli Theatre, the Allendale Centre, the annual QE School Show, which this year is Legally Blonde the Musical, the Walford Mill Gallery, plus, of course, the annual Folk Festival and the Kingston Lacey Stately Home, with its incredible art celebrating its LGBT owner who had to hide away in Spain when it wasn't safe to be gay in this country. Wimborne really is the place to be in 2026 and can show other places how culture can be inclusive, relevant and fun even when you're small. I would love to welcome the Minister and other honourable members to come to Wimborne during 2026. I can assure you you will receive a warm welcome but leave enriched by a flavour of Dorset in our food and in our culture.